What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of
It Be Like That?
It Be Like That. Hey, so, we're here. Patrick's already hurt himself.
Don't take much, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think I hurt myself, but it don't take much. I can't forget how the fucking song goes. Is that Reba McEntire?
I think so.
Oh, it don't impress me much.
Don't press. Oh, that's
It don't
Twain.
impress me much.
Okay, so you're a rocket scientist. That don't impress me.
Okay, you do podcasting. That don't impress me.
Trust me, we know it doesn't.
So we're here. We're live on a new one. You may ask yourself, why is this called Chris Rock Eyes? Well, we'll talk about it during the Spiral chat, because we went and saw Spiral last night, and I know that we're both doing our own little separate reviews. It only doesn't come together as a regular car review because my wife actually wanted to go to a movie last night.
Well, I almost thought about that. I was going to be like, well, we could do the review, and she could just go home with Crystal.
Yeah, she could have, but she wouldn't.
No.
Nothing against my cousin or anything like that, but she's just like,
I don't want to ride with her either.
Yeah.
Crystal, I'm talking
about. So much so, you were almost like, Cat, I'll take you home. You want to take Crystal? Go. Leave. Go. Get the fuck out of here. So how have you been? How's your week?
I don't know, man. It was like long and short at the same time. And I've said that before, but like part of the week went by kind of quick, and then I was thinking, you might need to turn me down a little bit. And then
that's what I was doing.
But then there was a couple days that were just like, God, this day is dragging. Because like the beginning of the week was like we were so big, like it was almost like back to normal pre-COVID crap. How much business?
How much shit?
Yeah, I mean, like one day we had two customers. One customer had like a $5,300 order, and another customer had like a $7,300 order, and that was just two orders. Yeah, we were doing really good, and I had a feeling. I said it's going to slow down by the end of the week. Watch, and sure enough, Thursday we were, so we were all right in the morning, but in the afternoon was slow, and then Friday we were. Well, it was funny because we were so slow at the beginning. I scraped together some stuff for my drivers. I had one driver off, and all of a sudden, it was the end of the day got kind of busy. But I don't know. So they have this new system, receiving system, and I'm not going to go into it. And I'm not. I hate it though. It's supposed to be faster, and it's so many more steps. And
Terrible Terror Podcast just followed you.
Oh, hey. We should change that for it to be like that, like to someone going like Goku or someone going Super Saiyan.
Well, I set up basic alerts just to have like the GIFs and everything set so it would actually do something over here.
It'd be cool. We should have Trunks and Goten doing the fusion. Fusion!
Well, find me the GIFs. I will update. You got to do GIFs with transparent backgrounds.
Okay. But anyways.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it right now. But
do it now!
Just this whole new process is just insane, dude. It's just, I can't believe. It's like more work. And what it is, and I'm not trying to badmouth my company or anything like that. It's just, but to me, it's, once again, people who don't work in shipping and receiving making new policies for shipping and receiving.
Oh, I know.
And
I know how that is.
I'm like, I've been doing shipping and receiving since I was 12. Like, and I've never had any issues over there. And I understand other people might be having issues. And I got to put this mic more towards my mouth because I'm looking at you and it's not towards me. But, and I get that. Other people might be having issues. They might need to be just coached up better or something. But, and I'm not saying I'm perfect at my shit, but at the same time, it's like this process you think is faster is taking way longer.
Oh,
and it's just I hate it, and I'm gonna express my opinion on it, and it ain't gonna mean shit because we had a meeting recently and about transfers, and someone was complaining about how people aren't putting the stickers on transfers like they're supposed to, or invoices. Now, this is something I've complained about more than once, but I finally just quit saying stuff. So I, jumped on the mic and said, "Oh, gee, the same thing I've been complaining about for over a few months now and has not changed." And then I muted myself again on the Zoom meeting, and they were like, "Oh no, Patrick, it's not like we're not listening to you." And I got back on. Sure. And I click back off. And I'm like, "Sure you're not." Click. Mute. And they started laughing, but like, I'm just like,
it's just the way it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's like I said, we have this policy. You don't badmouth your company
no, but it's
I'm not. But this is
you're
just
not bad mouthing the company.
I'm just making it clear. That's not what I'm doing. But this new policy on receiving is just dumb. I don't like it at all. And like I said, it's people, and I'm not saying they don't know what they're doing in their job, but it's people saying, "I think this is going to be better for shipping and receiving in the warehouses," but they've never worked in a shipping and receiving warehouse,
right? And it's funny because I went out to our, like, I guess you can quote unquote, our sister company, and just to meet their logistics guy and everything like that. And that was one of the things that I told them, because they were like, "Well, what do you do?" And I'm like, "We're not as big as you guys. I deal with like 30 to 40 orders a day. That's it. Most of them are really quick right now, and it's not that bad. But they deal with 20,000 a day, right? And but I told them, I said, right now we're unlimited hours, so I jump on and I do it. I said, but I don't do it because, I'm doing it because, one, we need the people right? I don't have somebody every day. They're only there 3 days a week. We need to do all 5. I'm just going to do it. I'm like, because it's not that bad. I said, but at the same time, I would still do it now once in a while because, one, I need to show my guys I know how to do it. And if I'm telling them this is how you do it, and I'm showing them that, hey, I'm the benchmark. Like, I can do this. I understand. I've done it for, at this company 4 years, other companies for the last 10 to 15 years. And here you go. But I can do this amount of orders in an hour. You guys, it takes you 3. Why? Like, here it is. I can prove that I can do this. So I know you guys can do this, and you need to hurry up. Right? And like, you got all this other stuff, and I'm not screwing up our orders. I just have myself set in a specific way, and I tell everybody, this is the way I do it. You can do it differently, but follow this first and make modifications, because the way that I do it, I'm done super quick. And you don't listen to me, it takes you 2 hours, well, then that's your own fault, because you need to get your other stuff done in the same day.
Yeah.
But even with them and the guys, like, that's weird. And even with one of the guys, we're doing like everybody in the company has to work as a customer service rep for like a week. And I tell that to other people, and they're like, that's kind of good. I'm like, yeah, because they need to understand what the fuck we're doing. We're not just sitting there doing nothing. But it kind of sucks because it's been really slow, so it's almost like we're sitting there doing nothing.
Well, it's funny you said that too, because it made me think of when you said, I've done this job before. So we had a driver, and this is when Scott worked with me over at my job, and we had a guy who was, he didn't realize how close me and Scott were, but he also just talks, like, when he's upset, he just can't control it. He has to, run his mouth. But he was telling Scott, because he got pissed off at the way I told him to do the route. And he was bitching to Scott like, what the hell does he know? He's not a driver, and he's in the warehouse. And Scott straight told him, you think he started off in that position? The guy started off at a different company as a driver, and then they moved him inside. He goes, prior to that, the majority of his jobs were delivery and setting up deliveries. So he knows what he's talking about. And silence. Like, you think I don't know what, like,
Exactly.
routes. You don't think I don't know?
You don't know.
You think they just threw me in there because I didn't know shit? No.
I know nothing about packing, and I know nothing about this. Like, I literally am in a different position. Everybody expects me to be the other guy, but, like, I want to do more. And the problem is I keep asking, like, I need people. But it's not so that I don't do it and I don't know about it, but I have somebody else that can. Like,
you need, like, a right-hand guy that can do all that, right? So that way
I thought I was getting somebody in that eventually, but he left.
What a dick.
But he wanted to do something completely different from what we were doing. And again, at the beginning, I apologize if there was some echo. I fixed the problem, but the podcast won't echo.
Woohoo!
Which is fine. It's just Twitch. It's because having to do multiple sound channels and doing all this shit. I need an assistant. Where's a producer?
Yeah, we need a producer. Cameron, are you available?
Who wants to produce for the show? You can
we
give
won't
me
put
stories.
you down like the Woody Show. We're not going to pay you, but
I just need somebody to press buttons. Press fucking buttons for me.
Oh man. So, anyways, other than that, cool. You know what I'm saying? Been getting back on more walks and exercising and stuff. So I got to step it up a little bit more, but I got a better routine down. But I can tell you that Applebee's did not sit with my stomach last night, by the way.
Oh, really? I could have told you that before you even went there.
Well, that's where Chris you go to Applebee's. I know you don't really like it, but spicy tater. And I'm like, fine, whatever.
Spicy taters?
That's by the theater.
Like. Oh, it's by the theater. And they have spicy taters.
No.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing I got pissed off about, too. There's a sign outside about something about pizza, like a new flatbread pizza. I'm like,
really?
Maybe I'll try that. Never saw it once on the menu in there. I didn't like. Okay, well,
welcome to Applebee's. You know,
we lie.
They actually have cosmic wings. That's one of their places. Like, you know how there's all these different like.
Oh, yeah,
restaurants.
Yeah.
And then we found out they were theirs. They're not bad, but I'm like, these kind of taste like Applebee's wings.
Well, yeah, so, I don't know, after we got done with the movie and everything, man, I was like, I told Chris, I gotta take a shit. So I go in the bathroom, drop the drawers, my sandal went with my drawers because, it got caught. So I bent over to grab my my sandal, and all of a sudden I was like, whoa! Fucking had to jump right to the toilet. Bent down, the cheek spread a little bit, and my ass was like, nope, it's coming out.
You got that little tingle back there, and you're like, nope, there's nothing stopping this.
Oh, yeah. Then it was just like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. I was like, oh!
God, I've been in that situation before where you're just like, okay, barely gonna make it. There was one time I remember we got back from Target, and then we hit all this traffic on the way back because we went to the Dublin one. And then I was just in the car. I'm like, oh, my God, I don't know if I get off this seat. Like, here in the car, I don't know if I make it. I literally grabbed a couple bags, threw them, like, across the room, landed. The moment that I got my, like, pants down and butt barely touched the seat.
Well, I think part of it is...
You stain the whole bowl. I know. This is great lunch talk with Pat and Brian.
But, part of it with me is... I think that, I don't know necessarily that the food was bad there. I just think that, honestly, we've been eating so good lately and eating at home.
It's just, you're not expecting it. Or
your stomach was like, wait a minute, what's this shit? You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Anyways.
It's like, wait, grease? What the fuck is this?
We remember it, but yet, fuck you, bitch. But how have you been?
I've been okay.
10 minutes of me talking about needing to take a shit.
The beginning of the week was actually like really slow, like ridiculously slow, and I was very surprised that I was like really like, ugh, I'm barely hanging on here, and then as we went on, everything was fine. I was so frustrated on Thursday, not only with like not being able to get the stream up and running and that stuff, and not hearing you guys, but the fact that like. The falling shit on Fall Guys, it was just like, okay, out in the first round again, out in the first round again, out in the first round again. Like, I have a lot of fun playing that game. Don't get me wrong. I actually have been like, I really enjoy it. I went and I bought like the $5 like costume pack. I normally don't buy those things, but I'm like, tired of looking at the shark, and the dragon looks kind of cool, and so does the wizard. And then, like, maybe I should go back to the shark because I was doing much better. But the problem I was having on Thursday, too, was, like, yeah, it's cool. It's a single elimination. You fall off, whatever it is. But it was the fact that the rounds weren't any different. Like, here's the 7th time that we played Seesaw X, here's the 8th time that we played the fucking Yeti place.
I think that
Slime Scraper once again.
I think what it was is the fact that this is that X one. They wanted ones that you're
gonna
one
fall.
And done. Yeah.
It's all one and done stuff.
We have noticed even when we do the main show sometimes, as long as me and Josh have been playing that game, is that sometimes it gets on a rotation and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? You almost have to like back out of the game completely, reload it, and then it will kind of sometimes give you other. That's
the way
maps.
it is.
Yeah. So
some things will never change. Oh, sorry.
But no, I mean, it was fun.
But yeah,
and I got the double crown.
Yeah, he did. He managed to be one of the ones that survived after much shit talk. Josh was talking.
The best was, all right, guys, don't get eliminated.
Oh,
and
shit,
I'm eliminated. Of course, I did that too, but that shit was funny.
Yeah, I think I made it to the 4th round like once, and that was
like
it.
Twice.
And then, I didn't make it to the last round. I couldn't make it because every time it was like, oh, the last one's gonna be Slimescaper or Slime Climb, and I finally beat Slime Climb, which was great. But there was like nothing weird at the end, and I almost got grabbed by a guy, but jumped over his head at the last minute or whatever it was.
I give you mad props on that too, because it took me so long to get past Slime Climb.
Well, that one I almost fell off, but I managed to dive and barely get the edge of the thing. I was like, okay, I'm never gonna do that again for the life of me. But like, I think I get it. What Josh says with that game, if you played a lot of platformers, like it's. I'm not saying it's easy, but you can get comfortable fast.
Yeah.
And then it's just all mental, and that's what platformers are. But the problem is that while I'm playing it, I have, like, Mario thoughts. Like, Mario, I'm always, like, constantly running through it, right? So I don't stop and think so much because I just play reactive whenever I play a Mario game.
Yeah.
And there, sometimes I have to stop. And I was learning that as we were playing that specific one. Well, because there was times where it was like
Slime Climb.
No, just in general, because there was the one that was the medieval one with the axes, and they had the weird spike things on the roll.
Yeah,
and
Night Fever.
Then there were just like too many people, and if I was rushing through it and not just paying attention, like looking at it for a second, being like, okay, this now makes sense when to go. That's when I finally beat it, was when I stopped, because I'm like, there's way too many people. Just let them go. Just let them do what they're going to do.
Normally I just run with them, but you have a respawn.
Yeah.
So since I don't have the respawn, that's why a couple times I stopped and like, all right, fuck it, go.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go with you, because a couple times that happened. I didn't screw up, but someone bumped into me, and then there I went.
I got a couple of times where it was like that, and towards the end of it, I was stopping that stuff.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was terrible. Then there were a couple of people. There was one guy that grabbed me right before I jumped, so it like stops you for a second, and then you you do the cat jump where the cat doesn't know how to jump across a bed or whatever, and wee. But it's still a lot of fun. Other than that, I mean, work's just work, and there's a lot of shit that I've got to do in the next couple of weeks, and that I'm not looking forward to, and got to get it done right. And this person I asked, oh, wait, can I call you? It took forever, and like they're not responding on email, and I finally emailed them back, and like, nope, forget it. Like, I'm not your first choice. You just applied to the job randomly, so.
Yeah.
But all right, so today on the show we've got a bunch of stories. I've got some stupid people stories, as well as some celebrity deaths that happened this week. And there's one that I think Pat's going to get a big thrill about, which happens to be the last one that's on that list. If you can read what that says.
Mystery Pop Tart.
Yes, not the mystery Pop Tart. Then we're going to go into some food news and some taste testing. And then we'll be done with the show for today.
Yep.
So.
Real quick, though. Shout out to Kyle from Back in Time Podcast for calling Brian, a Raider fan?
Oh, Jesus. At least he apologized for it today.
I heard that and I started dying.
God
I was like, I was gonna put on here welcome to the Raider Nation, Brian, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna tag everybody and put the video instead.
That was terrible. Good. How could you confuse me for a Raider fan?
You're always in
just
black?
because I'm hanging out with you guys. Jesus Christ. But yeah, and shout out for Ben for trying the donut challenge.
Well, I mean, did he finish it? We don't know.
I don't know.
Wait for the next TikTok
I saw part
video.
1. We're waiting for part 2. I think we both liked it, Ben.
Do it.
Giant fucking man. The donut's like this big.
Yeah.
Like it's huge. Ugh. And he's got to eat
it's
it
funny
in 3
'cause
minutes.
I forgot about that
That's
Bob's Donut
diabetic
place,
shock.
and he was like, when I saw the 2 boxes of donuts, I'm like, was he gonna eat 2 dozen of donuts? And he opened it up, and I was like,
oh, and he bought 2. That's what I was like. Now, if you're gonna choose one of those 2 to eat, which one would you do? Would you do the crumb one, like he was going to do, or would you do the chocolate glazed?
I probably do the chocolate glaze.
Yeah,
I like crumb though.
I like crumb too, but I feel like
pick.
it's gonna be too much. Like, I could get through the chocolate, because you know that it's going to be chocolate glaze on the top, and the bottom is just going to be a donut. And then, is it a yeast donut, or is it a cake donut? And if it's a yeast donut, I think I could do it. I think I'd do the 3 minutes. Cake donut, after a while, your mouth is just going to get so dry and
but you can get
so thick.
Can you drink during that challenge?
Oh, I don't know. I guess we have to find out when we see part 2, but he did say, I have my milk. Get him some milk!
He needs some milk. Have you seen that TikTok where the guy's like, can you hand me some milk? He's like, no, but I can hand you some milk. He's like, that's what I said. He goes, no, you said milk. He goes, it's milk. He's like, say milkshake. Now say milk. God. Milk.
Say Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Whip.
Now say whip. Whip. Now say cool. Cool. Now say Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. So what do we got on the board here?
All right, so the first one we're just going to do let's get the celebrity deaths out of the way so we can do the rest of it. Mm-hmm. So Charles Grodin.
We need to start having some sound effects for that, like the Undertaker's dong.
When the celebrity dies. Of course, over here we go, fucking ad blocker. Go ad free. But we got Charles Grodin, Deadpan Star, Midnight Run, Heartbreak Kid, and of course, the Beethoven movies dies at 86. Yeah. So I didn't even know he wasn't doing too well. This was just out of the blue.
Was it natural causes?
I mean, think he's 86.
That he had it's not cancer. Like he died in his 60s randomly. I mean, 86
no, I know.
Is,
but he bone marrow cancer is what he had.
Okay.
So it's still 86. I mean, basically dying of too many birthdays here at this point. Disease that everybody's gonna have at some point.
Too many birthdays.
But that's just it. But yeah, no, I mean, he was also in Dave, The Woman in Red, Heaven Can Wait, and then he was on Same Time Next Year, which was the long-running comedy in the 70s. But I always remember him from Beethoven, and then for the life of me, I can't remember the title of the movie, but I know the movie. What
movie?
Fuck. Now, of course, I'm forgetting it. It's in my mind.
It's that in my head, movies.
Well, there's the movie with him and Burt Reynolds, right? What's that movie?
When you say Burt Reynolds, the only thing that pops in my head is the one with him and Sally Fields, Smoking the Bandit.
I was thinking of him and Robert De Niro. That's the movie I was thinking of. He's with him, and then you see Robert De Niro. He's in the car, getting progressively angrier with him. Is it Taxi?
Yeah.
I thought it was something else.
I thought that was Taxi.
Well, there's the story behind the scene. If it is Taxi, it might be another movie. Is that Charles Grodin was ad-libbing the scene, right? And he was actually on purpose getting Robert De Niro madder by doing things that were messing with him in the entire scene. So when you see it, you're like, man, that's pretty good at acting. But in actuality, it's really good acting on Charles Grodin, and it's De Niro just getting fucking pissed off, like in real life. So, but then of course Beethoven. You always remember him from Beethoven.
Yeah.
Try to remember the other movies that he was in. We can go with the old IMDb.
That's what I was doing right now. Oh, well.
I was going to send you a TikTok yesterday. Not on this. I don't know why it reminded me of this. It was one of those... I know carpool karaoke and how people feel about those things, but...
Clifford.
But it was the Lonely Island with Weird Al in the car. And he was talking about how... they asked him, has anybody like used your name in a song, like as a diss track? Mm-hmm. And he was talking about Coolio. I guess Coolio put his name in and called him, Yalkovich, so he could write him with, something. Yeah. So I'm guessing what you can. And then Lonely Island, all of them were just like, yeah, you could just say like, he's a bitch, like sucks a dick. Yeah, it was hilarious what they were doing. I guess Midnight Run is the movie that I'm thinking about.
Okay, yeah. So I married an axe murder.
He was on Louie for a while.
Forgot about that movie.
He was, let's see, Law and Order SVU. He was on an episode of that. Oh, So I Married an Axe Murderer. I remember. Can't fucking talk today. Remember the scene that he's in that movie?
It's been so long since I've seen the movie.
He's like a driver in the car. They take over.
I mean, I've seen the movie, but
his friend is chasing after them, and he commandeers the car from the guy, and the guy driving the car is Charles Grodin.
Oh, okay.
And he's sitting it with him in the side as he's trying to chase down, and he's basically being like a deadpan asshole the entire time. I gotta watch that movie again. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
It's been over 10 years for me.
Head, move, no! Got a cranium on that guy. He goes to sleep on his wee pillow.
So we also had another celebrity.
We also had another one, and that was Paul Mooney, died at 79. And so this one doesn't block me on this site, but it's, he was 79. He wrote for Saturday Night Live for a long time. Mm-hmm. He also did the Chappelle Show. You can remember those episodes on the Ask a Black Dude segment, which were some of the funniest ones that were out there. He was in the Buddy Holly story. He's been around. He's a Bay Area native, isn't he?
I believe so.
He's from Oakland, somewhere around here.
Yeah, I think that's where he died, too.
Oh, well, he was born in Shreveport, Louisiana.
But I'm saying, but
he lived in Oakland.
Yeah.
He was also Richard Pryor's writing partner for a long time as well.
Yep.
But what did they say that he died of? Did they say anything about it?
When it happened, I remember hearing, but I don't.
I'm going through the damn thing because this article doesn't say how he died.
They always got to keep it at the bottom. Dead Silence Radio.
That's right. So, yeah, it sucks. I know that there were a lot of things like about the guy that definitely weren't the best, but I mean, it sucks to hear a couple of people, especially since we're kind of like, you think about it now around our age, all of a sudden the people that like we grew up with or that we knew, now they're slowly starting to go away.
Yeah.
And it's like,
he had a heart attack.
Oh, there you go. Died of a heart attack. All right. So Las Vegas is now doing new types of vaccine locations, and they're at pop-ups at strip clubs. So go get your vaccine, go get a table dance.
I mean, I was going to get my vaccine, but if I get some titties in my face, let's do this.
Getting my vaccine done? That's okay.
Let's do it.
These breweries over here, they're offering free beer. But,
titties.
You know what? Titties. Titties in the face.
I might get a nipple in the eye.
Oh, maybe you'll get a labia on the nose. just the tip.
Jesus.
But yeah, so they were like basically doing vaccination sites, and that's a way to get people, I guess, to get the vaccine.
Mostly guys, probably.
Probably, but all the strippers that were there. I think
are they
it was
doing
also
it at Chippendales too?
I was saying it was probably also like a publicity stunt. Be like, okay, here at the Peppermint Rhino, all of our dancers are vaccinated.
Peppermint Rhino.
Here come Portia.
Here comes anybody want to dance? Oh man. Next up, another single mother with daddy issues. Diamond.
Coming up on the stage, she's got 14 kids and needs to pay for them. It's La Tigra.
She is still going to college.
It's been 15 years. She hasn't got that doctorate yet. It's Alexis.
Oh, man.
Terrible people. Hey, it's Bruce. He thought he'd be hanging out with a bunch of women at the strip club, but it's all just gay men.
He went to the wrong club.
That's right. Well, this is where he's dancing. He's thought,
He's
I
at
think
the
a lot
toolbox.
Well, a lot of men that think, oh, I'm going to go into the, sex industry. They're like, because I'm going to get tons of chicks, and there's all these chicks. No. You're going to want closeted men that are dealing with their issues of not being to come out. You're going to deal with regular gay men or old gay men that want you to do stuff, and some of them will be nice. Or you're going to deal with really raunchy and nasty women. That's what you're going to get.
I mean, well, we don't have the schlong for that, so
yeah, I don't.
And I'm not into fetish porn.
Not, but if you were, I'd be up there.
Well, actually, I'm not going to tell you what I'm into because people that I know listen to this.
So I thought that was something funny that they were.
If you want to know, DM me.
Right. So now,
and those DMs say empty.
Yeah, we've been asking for real or fake pictures for a long time and never got any.
Yeah, we're the real or fake booby photos.
So
we will judge.
That's right.
Not judge like, oh, they're bad or not. We're judging if it's real or not.
Yeah, that's right. And they don't have to be like, nude pictures. They can just be a mugshot.
But we will take nude.
We'll take anything. Anything that we could show on Twitch. So hundreds in California now are lining up for the corpse flower. It is about to bloom. It's corpse flower season, everybody.
I
know. It's very close to Audrey too. And for those that actually want to see what we're looking at, it's that they're looking at there. So
the flower, not the big
and then
chick.
Audrey, yeah, not the chick. That's not the corpse flower over there. But yeah, it's this is the world's stinkiest flower. It only blooms every now and then. I forgot how many years it is in specific, but this is in Alameda. Is where this is taking place.
I don't want to sound racist, but do you know it's all white people there?
She don't look that white.
She does. She's probably they probably hired her to make sure it blooms.
Make sure it blooms. They
had to hire a Hispanic.
You're terrible.
I'm Hispanic, so I can say that.
Yeah, but once it blooms, it's gonna let off a terrible, terrible stench, and everybody's it's because it's
in the
so
middle of
rare
Times
to
Square.
happen.
So what?
I'm just saying, some people, that's why they do this. I'm saying it's that season. There's always one in Berkeley that's there that blooms out.
Berkeley. Gee. White people.
Everybody loves the corpse flower. It's the next Tim Burton movie. Corpse flower. Love blooms.
Can we go to the next story? 'Cause this story's pissing me off.
All right, so we got a big oops in the news. So Austrian hospital
How's your
amputates
pie?
wrong... Austrian.
Oh,
Australian.
Oh, mate, I got the wrong state.
Anyway, so
country.
Austrian hospital amputates wrong leg of elderly patient.
Oh, that's not funny, but it is.
It's not, but you're laughing. That's why the title of the story was
So
a big oops.
That makes it free, right?
That's gotta. Especially if you gotta remove both legs. Now all of a sudden he's become Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
He didn't want to. He was just going to be hopping around for a while. He's like, great. I have great career being the lamp from the Pixar movies for Halloween, but now I can't do anything. Now I got to dress up like fucking Gary Oldman all the time.
Oh, my God, dude. And, people want to see how bad we have it here in America. They just amputated the wrong leg.
Yep.
Okay? And
so,
this is the only thing that's different. If this was America, they would have charged double because now they had to remove the other leg.
Exactly. So he's suffering from many illnesses in a town near the Czech border, and previous sicknesses have affected his legs to the point that his left leg required amputation.
They're like, it spreaded it over here. We just took it, took initiative.
So, and this guy is 82 years old that got his leg removed.
Jesus.
Like, you're already towards the end of your life, and you have to have your leg removed so that you can live a little while longer, and they removed the wrong one, so now you're stuck with two.
Just euthanize
two gone.
Me. Just euthanize
me.
I'm done.
Yeah, but what if you got that, like, hot 19-year-old wife that loves amputated
and
porn?
What are you going to try to nub it?
Maybe.
Keep falling over and it keeps popping out.
Keep on falling.
No, I will punch you. I hate that song. I hate that chick. It's annoying.
So, yes, unfortunately, the mistake in which the right leg was removed instead of the left occurred as a result of a sequence of unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, so they didn't do what they do in America, put no on one leg and yes on the other.
And the patient has been offered psychological assistance and must still undergo another operation to remove his left leg from mid-thigh. Oh, that's terrible.
Man. I'm like, can I get a new set of doctors, please?
Yeah.
Now they're gonna remove my arm next.
Next, it's like the right testicle. It was supposed to be the right leg, not the testicle.
Oh my god.
Why do I have nudicles in?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We're covering it.
I love nudicles. Anyway, so
it made me think of Year One. Remember the eunuch guy? He's like,
oh yeah.
Did you just throw his bowl at him? That's terrific.
So this comes out of Florida. Here we've got a guy that went in and edited 80 yearbook photos, all girls, so that they would make the clothing more modest. And you can see the picture here that we're look. I'll go back to browser preview. So if anybody wants to watch this later, but you can see the shirt is open, and then it's been edited. Look how it was edited so that it would cover the breast. That's ridiculous.
And why did he do this?
Because then he wanted to make it more modest. These girls were not modest in the yearbook pictures. That's like the main reason why.
What is he?
I don't know. He's a dude.
Well, I know, but I meant like, is he? What's that? Muslim that they don't like people?
Oh no, it's the she. It's Ann Irwin, an employee of the school, had the final say of what went into the yearbook and was in charge of adjustments of the photos. Irwin made her decision based on the dress code and the students'
this has to be religious,
right?
Based
according
on
to the district. But students say they were shocked to see the changes when they received the $100 yearbook on Wednesday. I'm sure the many different opinions of whether or not they were in violation of the school's dress code. The dress code guidelines are in our student code of conduct, but enforcement of the dress code happens at the school level, and differs from administration to administration. It says this is in St. John's County, Florida, and it's called the Bartram Trail High School.
In Florida?
Yeah, this is in Florida.
You think they were trying to take more clothes off?
Yeah. Modesty in Florida?
You know, it sounds fucking stupid. If I was a parent, I want the money back.
I want my money back.
Give me the money back. Yeah. Unless they screw you over like they did my 6th grade year. First year they had yearbooks ever, my 6th grade year at my elementary school. And we paid for it, and they got lost, quote unquote, but then wouldn't give the money back. So I'm like, so in other words, you probably just pocketed this money and said, oh, they got lost. As far as I'm concerned, that's what happened. Because you're going to tell me that a company lost a whole thing of yearbooks, and then you guys got no money back? Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Fuck that principal, too. She called my mom, told her that, oh, you know, Patrick's been cut in school and seeing, coming to the elementary school to see his brother. And my mom's like, if Patrick was in a cuts class, there ain't no way he's going to see his brother. Oh, nothing against my brother, but why would I cut class to go hang out at elementary school? And then she thought I was in junior high. I was in high school. She was like, well, you know, the junior highs are out today. I'm like, well, that's cool. He's at Hayward High. Why don't you go check and see if he was in class today or not?
Were they just out to get you at that point, or what the hell was going on there?
I don't know.
Man, people are weird. Some people. White people.
She was white.
So, yeah, but they were warned that the photos could be altered. And then some of them, there's black boxes over their chest, and a cardigan is like moved over. I know it's so dumb. I mean, it's just a high school yearbook.
Yeah, it's not like there's nipples out and shit. It's just gonna be a little cleavage.
Yeah, it's not exactly. It's not balls out. It's not titties out. And they only did it to the female photos.
Well,
like that's
I thought there was
ridiculous,
guys
too.
with their blouse open.
Yeah, but maybe there was a guy with like a low cut shirt. You know, just enjoying themselves in the Florida weather.
Right,
There's
whatever.
a lot of twinks out there in Florida. So, yeah. So I thought that was also funny.
Stupid. I'd
right.
get my money back for sure.
So this is, I think this is the story of the week that I really loved when I found this, and this came out. This is a while ago that this happened. So there was a Florida man that was asked to show his penis to a jury that was cleared of murder, right? And what happened was he was up for second-degree murder charges when he was doing this. And he had to show his penis because that was proving that his girlfriend could have choked to death over the size of his penis while performing on him.
Wait, so his girlfriend died.
Right.
And his defense was she choked on my dick.
Right, because it was too big.
Okay, was he cleared?
And he was cleared of all second-degree murder charges because he had to.
Can you hear the eulogies at this girlfriend's?
I know at her funeral,
she went out the way doing things the way she loved,
choking on dick. But yeah, so basically, they said that her airway had been obstructed for more than 30 straight seconds by the guy's dick.
So she was deep-throating.
Right. So they do put the official cause of her death as undetermined. So without a cause of death, jurors had little evidence to convict him. This is out of Florida.
Of course, I'm pretty sure that he probably had, if he's that big, he had no problem saying, right on the stand. He's like,
fucking Dirk Diggling this stuff. You want to see what I bring to the table?
He choked to death on his dick.
I thought you would get a kick out of this story.
Can you see the father? Like, how'd your daughter die? Or even the mother. How'd your daughter die? Car crash.
Boating accident. Fought a shark.
And then the little sister or brother, that has no filter. No, she choked sucking dick.
I told her she was a hoe, and one day she'd die a hoe.
Now that guy's going to get all these offers from, like, Pornhubs and shit like that.
Well, like,
X-Video. I mean, I've never been to those sites. Anyways, choke till you croak videos. That should be the name of the episode.
It should have been.
Choke till you croak.
Oh, boy.
My OnlyFans is called Choke Till You Croak.
Find out today on Patrick's OnlyFans. Handle at Choke Till You Croak.
Choke Till You Croak. Oh,
ribbit,
son.
motherfucker.
The euphoria of just like, like being asphyxiated.
Well, at least she wasn't dry when she died, right? Imagine being into that.
Oh,
I like being choked out by penis.
Oh my god, dude!
You just went a little too long there. Oh, so anyway, let's go on. We're gonna move on now, and we're gonna get ready for some. How about some?
Fat guy food news. I like that. Eating with the fat guy.
Chipotle.
Oh yeah, fat guy food news.
30-year-old who's playing a high school student.
Oh, I'm here. I've been here a couple of times. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gonna eat some food. Anyway, so Disneyland is selling a $100 sandwich.
The fuck?
And it's based on... So it's being sold in their Marvel campus that they have now at California Adventure. And it's called the Pym-mini. you know, or Pym-mini. Sorry.
Pym-mini.
You know,
like
Dr. Pym. Dr. Pym, yeah. And basically, you can buy this. If you want to buy the whole thing, you can buy it for $100, the whole sandwich. But you can also buy just a slice off of it. It's meant to be like a giant sandwich that you can get. Because, you know, the whole thing of Ant-Man shrinking and everything like that. So if you really want to buy the whole thing, you can get the whole thing for $100. But you can also just get a slice. So it is salami, rosemary, ham, provolone, sun-dried tomato spread on toasted focaccia bread, served with marinara, dipping sauce, and arugula salad, and it serves up to 8 guests. So
I mean, okay,
it makes sense.
You know that what that sounds like to me is, Ben, we need to go to Disneyland and do a challenge. Okay, first off. Second off, I thought that was like pastrami or like corned beef or something. It's just ham.
Salami, ham, and yeah, that's it. I don't know about this sun-dried tomato spread.
Well, look at that pickle on top, too.
Oh, that's disgusting. Terrible.
That's terrible. No, it's great. Pickles are delicious.
Pickles are disgusting.
Pickle me. How much is it if you just get the slice, though? Does it say?
I think Kat said it was like $10. $10, $11. She was just there. She saw it.
Wait, for just a slice of sandwich?
For if you want a slice of this sandwich.
Nothing else with it?
I don't know if it's just a slice. I mean, this is Disneyland prices. That's the same price as a fucking churro.
Sure, that's very true.
Churrolito.
Sorry, when you said that, made me think of Alex when we Twitch stream, because I was eating something the other day and she's like, "Oh, what are you guys eating?" I'm like, "Chicharrones," and they're like, "What's chicharrones?" I'm like, "Pork rinds." Like, oh, but she at first couldn't say chicharrones. She kept saying, "You're eating chicorillas?" Oh, so that's the inside joke now. So I'm like,
"You're eating
hey
Patrick,
you gotta eat chicorillas?"
Chicharrones.
It's chicharrones.
Yeah, but you gotta eat real ones, not the pork rinds in the bag.
Well, that's why. But easiest to describe it is pork rinds.
Yeah, that's what that is. But real chicharrones, you can get them up over here. Have you ever got them from the counter?
I haven't. I should.
Oh, you need to go get some of that. Oh, it's so good, so good. Oh, so good. Man, makes me want to go now. Anyway,
let's go.
All right, so we got, supposedly, this is the list of the official pasta sauce rankings. I want to see if you knew any of the pasta sauces on this list, and if you thought anything. So their number one pasta sauce on this list is Rouse Marinara.
Nope.
I've never heard of this before. Then we got Mazetta Marinara, and I've had Mazetta before. I mean, it's kind of like a taller, skinnier can. I don't know which they have pictures.
Company that I've never had it. I've never seen it.
Is this a slideshow up here? Of course not. The Silver Plate San Marzano Marinara. Never heard of it. Victoria Marinara.
Nope. I mean, who knows if we have a restaurant that uses it? And I've had it. I don't know, but
Fodilo, FODMAP. Well, let's just go down to Michael's of Brooklyn or Michael's. Yeah, Delalo. Pomodoro Fresco.
Oh, you moved it.
Oh,
let's say Delalo. Pomodoro Fresco.
There you go. Pomodoro. Organic Bella Marinara. Got Bianca Dini. Kind of wondering what the
best ones. Kirkland brand.
Kirkland brand. There we go. There's something I recognize. I've had Mia's Kitchen. I do like Mia's Kitchen a lot. That's pretty good. Yo Mama's. I'm trying to figure out. Let's go down to what the worst is, because there's a lot. Trader Giotto's. That's terrible. Just like Trader Jose's.
Oh, organic.
Oh, Ragu is number 23.
Newman's I've heard of.
Newman's Own. Bertolli at 25. Primal Kitchen. Classico, Tomato and Basil at 29. And Prego, Traditional, at number 30.
Yes, Prego, ladies. That is a spaghetti sauce or pasta sauce. Okay? You are not Prego when you're pregnant. You're pregnant. I don't know why it does, but it bugs the shit out of me. Prego and Praegers and all that shit. Just say pregnant. You're fucking pregnant. Okay? Thank you.
You're so Praegers.
I'll punch you. I hate that shit. I told Crystal, if you ever get pregnant and you say that, I will leave you and the kid. I'm preggers. I'm gone.
All right. Next up on the list,
serious,
IHop is finally opening its fast casual concept called Flipped.
That's the one where it's just burgers?
This is the one where I think it's just really fast. Like, you can get most of the stuff, but it's just like pancakes and...
Oh, I thought they were doing that one where it was just like just burgers and that's it.
So this is grab-and-go pastries, salads, and IHop-esque flavors. I don't know if this is the burger one. This is going to be this is opening now in Atlanta, but it's going to move out to New York City, Columbus, Ohio, Dublin, Ohio, Lawrence, Kansas, and a bunch of places on the East Coast that we're never going to see over here.
Yeah, whatever. I hardly go to IHop anymore, anyways, because it's okay food. Yeah, it is. It's not bad, but it's not wait 2 hours to fucking sit down. Fucking good.
If I can get it delivered every now and then, if the delivery cost is low, maybe I'll get it. Like, I have to be in the mood for pancakes because honestly, the Harvest nut and grain pancakes that they have are the best pancakes I think I've had. Like, period. So if I'm in the mood for pancakes, like, okay, but I won't. You're right. I won't go to an IHop and wait 3 hours to sit in an IHop to get it. But if there was something like this where it's just fast casual, I can walk up to the counter, get some pancakes, and get the fuck out of there.
Let's go to fucking Nations if I need pancakes that bad,
I don't like their pancakes.
I don't mind them.
If I get their stuff, their French toast is kind of the way I go.
Their McDonald's has some pretty good pancakes. They're not the best, but if I kind of want some pancakes, and I'm in a hurry.
If I'm gonna make them, I've got my power cakes ready over there.
Okay, Ravy.
I do. I bought them on accident. I was like, I need pancakes. Oh, this says pancake and waffle batter. Let's get it. And I got home. I'm like, oh shit, it's Kodiak Power Cakes.
I wonder why it was so expensive.
Yeah, well, no, actually, it wasn't that bad. So Dairy Queen's now coming out with their 2021 Blizzard
I saw
flavors.
a commercial for this, and I would like to try some.
And so we've got the flavors that they got here is Frosted Animal Cookie, which is like the old animal crackers, or not the animal cracker. Well, I guess
animal crackers, right? Like, they're pink and white with the little sparkles.
Those things are so fucking great from Mother's. I think Mother's is a West Coast company too. I think it's a Bay Area company, if I'm not mistaken. You got Girl Scout Thin Mint, which
I'll try it.
I'd be down to try. Raspberry Fudge Bliss.
I would try it.
I don't know about that one.
I like raspberries though.
Yeah, I like raspberries, but not with
I don't see the raspberries.
Snozzberries? Who's ever heard of a smozzberry?
We are the maker of dreams.
Brownie batter.
Definitely would.
That would be pretty good. Cotton candy. Did you know that cotton candy was invented by a dentist? It used to be called fairy floss.
Did you know that was obviously big dental to just get your kids in the rotten teeth? No.
Probably. And then the one I want to try is drumstick with peanuts.
Yeah, I'd try
that'd be pretty good. These all look pretty good, so that's the new summer menu. that they've got
I would try the cotton candy one, but I mean, honestly, that would be my go-to.
The last one. It's like getting bubblegum ice cream. Probably if I was a kid, I would be totally down with the cotton candy one, but now as an adult, why?
I mean, I was never really... But see, I'm not a big sugary ice cream cake person. So, I mean, I like ice cream, but... Yeah, I'm not... cotton candy was never my go-to. I think when I was a little kid, everybody was like, "Oh, cotton candy, pure sugar." But, whatever.
I'm a cotton candy person when it comes to, the fair. Like, if I go to the fair, there's a couple of things that I have to get, and cotton candy is usually one of them.
If I was at a ball game, or say a fair, and a nephew or niece or something like that had some, maybe I would snag this a little bit, just to take a little bit, but I would...
Like my mom's a big cotton candy person. Whenever she goes to a baseball game, that's what she has to get is the cotton candy there. So go to an A's game, get some cotton candy.
I have to buy your mom some cotton candy.
Well, there you go. All right, so we're almost done here. And it's funny because we were talking about this the other night. About 7-Eleven and their taquito rollers that they have. When we were playing Fall Guys, now they're introducing new bacon, egg, and cheese and potato breakfast taquitos.
Might try them. Their taquitos are pretty good. That steak and cheese one is really good.
The thing is the outside of it, like the insides of the taquito are usually pretty good, but the outside has a weird layer that's not quite like tortilla. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't crunch the way that it should.
I've had it crunch, and then there's times where they were a little soft.
So these ones are going to be filled with eggs, smoky bacon, diced potatoes, and a blend of cheddar, pepper, and Monterey Jack cheeses in this breakfast taquito. And you can get a 200-point bonus with the purchase of each taquito if you're using the app. So these ones are on their way. This is just announced
if you got the app and you use use it every once in a while when you buy stuff. If you find a 7-Eleven gas station, you get 11 cents off.
Well, that's not too bad.
I've done it once or twice. There's not really a lot of 7-Eleven gas stations right here, but usually there's one not that far from my job, so if I need gas, I'll do it out there.
That's right. There's one that's relatively close by, isn't there?
It's on Fremont Boulevard, off of Automall.
So there's it's weird because our 7-Elevens here are kind of like just quick grab in and out than like what they were talking about, like 7-Elevens in other countries like Japan, where it's like a grocery store. Like they've got tons more stuff than just like convenient stuff, which I kind of want to see one of these days.
Yep, that'd be nice.
These do look pretty good. I do like their taquitos. Like you said, their steak and cheese ones are pretty good. Yeah, like when we used to do the route with Cat.
Cream cheese and jalapeno.
That's pretty good too. So
their chicken ones are
be worth a try. Well, they had the buffalo and like cream cheese-ish.
They still have those, I think.
Those ones are pretty good. Yeah. I liked having those ones. So, all right, and then this is the last one before we go to our taste test for the week. So, Pop Tarts is releasing its first ever mystery flavor with a chance to win big. So
what's the mystery?
That's what the mystery is. So to enter for a chance to win, you just scan the QR code that's on the box, and when you see the box, I'm gonna flip over here for the people watching the video, you'll see that on its eyes there's little QR things. You scan the code. Patrick's gonna see if he can scan the code from here. And I don't think that he can.
It was worth
a try, and he sprained a nut. But yeah, you scan the QR code of Mr. E, pronounced mystery, and it'll take you to a sweepstakes and entry site. After tasting, fans can join Mr. E and AR to find clues to solve the mystery and submit a flavor through the website. So, prizes up for grabs include 10 Xbox Series X consoles, Pop Tart hoodies, and Pop Tarts embroidered hats. We need to get the Cameron on this right away. But yeah.
Nice.
So it's starting this month. It's going to be available at retailers nationwide, both in 8 and 16 count boxes. When's the last time that you had a Pop Tart?
A couple months ago. I think I grabbed one at the gas station or the 7-Eleven.
I haven't had one forever.
Okay. This debate has been going on for a long time. I wish Josh was in the chat.
Yeah, I saw this one.
Raw, not raw, cold or heated?
I prefer them heated, but I can eat them raw.
I like them cold. I'll heat them up every once in a while, but I think they taste so much better cold.
Yeah, see, I prefer them to be heated. You just throw them in the toaster oven. Even if it's for 30 seconds, you toast it, and it's pretty good.
Out of the package.
So, all right, so we're going to do the taste test, and I thought, I was going to talk about this earlier, but while Patrick gets set up...
yes, because... We're also doing this for the Fat Guy Food News or food reviews on my channel, Solo64, right. And I can't do. And I told Brian this. I know.
Poor Audrey 2's got to move here in the background.
Yep, every time I do a food review, I have.
He's got flowers.
So flowers.
So what I was saying is that I was going to ask you about your thoughts on Spiral while you were setting up, because you've got to chop up the thing too.
Well, let me talk about real quick.
Yeah, and then I'll talk after you can cut.
Well, I'm just saying let's talk about Spiral first, because if I'm doing this for my video, I kind of want to...
No. I'm saying that if you're going to get ready and stuff like that, and then we start this stuff. Okay, forget it. Go.
Okay.
Talk about what you're going to do.
We are going to do... So, KFC has the new chicken sandwich. This whole chicken war is going on.
Chicken war.
So,
chicken wing, hot dog and bologna.
I got us a spicy one and a classic. So we're just gonna cut them in half, and we'll do. I guess. What do you think? You want to do the classic first?
Yeah, I think you should save the spicy for the second, right? Because if the spicy overpowers the classic, then
that's what
I'm pretty sure the classic is going to be just like a chicken sandwich. As for what it could possibly be with that. Remember, you can have all the pickles you want. I'm pretty sure that they'll enhance your version of it. I wish there was a, oh, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what you want, what you really, really want. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what to buy time here, so. Okay.
This is what it looks like on the inside. I took the pickle out
for those that.
There's still a pickle in there.
Oh, there is still a pickle in here.
Brian is not a pickle eater.
I'm not. There's 2. You want to grab those 2? I don't care. Use your hands. Just don't use your mouth. So
I'll eat those later. So
this is a big piece of chicken.
Yes.
It's nice white meat for the people that they're on the podcast. Now, there isn't a whole lot else to this.
Which
There's
is
like a little bit
of what the chicken sandwiches are, though.
I guess, but what is this? Like butter on the top?
That's what it looks
is what
like.
I'm assuming
it's
that
some kind
this
of sauce.
Is. Some type of sauce. And
there's
they
like
got
some
mayo
mayonnaise.
on the bottom.
Yep, pickles and a nice thick piece of meat. So
yeah, it's a pretty good piece of chicken. Cheers. So I can taste the pickle.
Well, I kind of forgot about the pickle thing with you.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. I just don't like eating them for some reason.
I think it's breaded really good. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a decent little... I didn't get any crunch in the first bite of mine.
I think the crunch comes from the... The crunch is going to come from the pickle. But that's a pretty good
there's
sandwich.
definitely butter on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like their buttery spread. I don't know if you guys had KFC in a while, but like when you get a biscuit, they put the little packet of butter like you got there.
Here, take that one.
I'll take this napkin.
You can take this napkin and shove it. So, I'm going to finish that one in a second. I'm going to cut the spicy one.
Take another bite of this thing and chomp on camera. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's got good breading. It's got good... the bun's pretty good. It's almost like a brioche type of bun. If you've ever had a sandwich at KFC before, it's got a pretty good taste to it. I'm going to take this and put it off to the side so I can eat the other piece of chicken.
Okay. I took your pickles off. So, here's the spicy one. You can see a little bit different. The sauce is a little darker. So, obviously like a red sauce. You can see that.
Making sure that I'm cleaning my palate here. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks like it could have a little bit extra sauce.
Now, I don't know what kind of sauce it has on it.
Oh, so they put it on both sides. Unlike the other one where there's butter on the top, there is sauce on the top, and there's sauce on the bottom.
Is it me, or does it smell like the Frank's Red Hot sauce?
It does smell a little like Frank's Red Hot sauce.
So
that's what could it be. But it's definitely like a Cajun type of sauce smell.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and I like the fact that they put it on both sides this time instead of just one. So
the other one you got mustard and butter, which was what you got.
Mayonnaise.
Well, sorry, mayonnaise and butter. Mustard and butter.
So, all right, so let's try the spicy. Hopefully this thing actually does have a spicy kick to it.
Cheers. Okay, so I think I got a bite that had like no sauce on it.
That's why I kind of flipped mine. I saw where the sauce was. So you can taste the hot sauce. The tongue, teeny bit of a tingle, but nothing like, oh my god, this is spicy. Maybe I kind of feel like this is one of those ones that the more you eat it, the more the spice kind of kicks in.
The second bite was spicier than the first. I don't think there's enough sauce on this, but I'm definitely feeling a little bit of a burn on the tongue after the big bite. So, congratulations, it's actually a spicy chicken sandwich. Now, just like one of the guys we love to listen to, fast food stuff is really never super spicy, but this has enough of a kick in it for it to be a good spice. Like, you still get a little bit of it, but you're not getting that giant, like, fireball spice that you might get with something else. Like, if you were to go to a real, like, Louisiana kitchen and ask for hot chicken.
Yeah.
You know? So,
but
I think it's pretty good.
It's pretty good, and I think both chicken sandwiches taste really good. I still want to do, like, a blind taste test thing. eventually. Unfortunately, Jack in the Box isn't selling their chicken sandwich anymore, and I really, really enjoyed that chicken sandwich from Jack in the Box. I thought it was really good.
It's definitely spicier as you keep eating it.
That's what I figured was going to happen.
I mean, but it's good.
So
I think it's really, really good. In comparison.
We're going to rank these real quick. I'm going to eat one of these spicy pickles. So for the original, out of 5, what would you rank it?
I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's pretty solid. I think if you threw like lettuce on it, I'd probably really enjoy it with an extra little crunch with the lettuce. I'm not a pickle guy, so I can't be like, if the pickles are on it, this would have been like a 10 or whatever it would be. But I think in general, I think it's still really good. I think it's got good piece of chicken. I just needed like a little bit something extra with it.
Well, and I think with the original, it needed more. Also, like mayonnaise on the other side, even though it has the butter on the top, it's just like in the middle, not on the whole burger.
I could just do like
sandwich, I should say.
Like if you were to take some of their honey and you put a little honey on the top of it, that would be like really, really good. The honey butter, like that type of thing. Yeah. I think you'd have a winner. Like it doesn't necessarily need more mayonnaise or more, butter, but it needs something else.
So. Yeah, I'm going to go 4 out of 5 too. So for the spicy, what do you give that one?
That's a 5 out of 5. What I'm missing from the other one, I get it from the spicy sauce. Like, I think that enhances it. It makes it really good. I don't need anything extra on it. Mm-hmm. I get it with the pickles. Maybe that's what else might have turned me off a little bit at a 4 out of 5. I could taste the pickle. But here, it's a good spice. It's a tasty spice. If it is Frank's Red Hot, that's fine. I like Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah, you should look up real quick, see if it says.
No, we'll see.
If I was smart, I would have been prepared with that, but this was kind of a last thing.
We got something in front of us.
I agree with the 5 out of 5. The only thing that put the other one down a little bit was it needed more sauce. But it's a nice thick piece of chicken. It's crispy, and I love the original taste of the chicken from KFC. So I'm going to go 5 out of 5 with the spicy one. It, like I said, if you ate a whole one, I think the spice would be really kicking in towards the end, especially if you got 2 of them. It definitely probably would.
So they think that this is actually a Tabasco below grade batch. So that it's buying a hot sauce, because this is a KFC hot sauce, but they think it's probably bought from Tabasco.
I was going to say, because I can kind of, you know what, I've kind of got the taste of Tabasco, kind of, but I also get the Red Hot. So Frank's Red Hot. So I know it. So 4 out of 5 for the first one, 5 out of 5 for the second one. I suggest you checking this out. I don't normally do this because we're doing the podcast, so I'm going to make this quick because I'm going to do this for the video. So like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, Soul64, and follow this guy, Terrible Terror Podcast. Yeah. But we're going to go through all that here in a second. So deuces, back to the podcast.
Back to the podcast. So these are good sandwiches. They're pretty damn good. But that's it. Well, I guess that's not it, because the last thing we're going to talk about real fast is Spiral. And kind of what you thought. This is spoiler-free, so we're not going to go over it. Just kind of like highs, lows, whatever you think in between.
Okay, so I'm going to do a review on this.
Of this regular one.
I'm going to do a review on this, and I'm going to say I did like it. I thought the traps were really good. Mm-hmm. I like the traps.
There's only one that I didn't care much for.
Okay.
Which was the third one.
The one with
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So, I do think it was a little slow going, and even though they did a little like flashbacks to get the full story, I feel like I wish I would have had something that happens with Chris Rock, and the reason why a lot of the department don't like him, and I'm just leave it at that. I wish they maybe would have opened the movie with that and then gone forward. I think that would have been a little bit better than a lot of the flashbacks they were doing. And I thought it was a little bit of a slow pace. It didn't have a complete Saw feeling, but that's okay for me because I feel like it's trying to be its own thing.
Right.
It doesn't need to be exactly like Saw. So that's not a negative, but I just wish it was a little more fast paced. A little more fast-paced.
They kind of mentioned it in it, too, and if you watch the review, probably my review will either be out tomorrow or Monday. I did like it. I did really enjoy it. I think it's written very well. I think what they're trying to do with it and making it, because it even says from the book of Saw, it's not a Saw movie. And they did kind of what they do in this in the other Saw movies as you watch towards the end. Not Jigsaw, but how somebody else is like completing John's vision in the Saw films, right? But this is not as much as Jigsaw as it is, again, its own thing where it's like the Saw murders have been done for a while, and it's somebody, are they doing a copycat type thing, but they're not really, they're living by a philosophy of John's, and they're kind of interpreting it in a way that I just didn't think, okay, I get it, but it's not really his vision. But again, he doesn't use anything that's related to John. It's just, I'm going to do, similar things, but I'm not going to be like exactly the same.
I'm not the original Jigsaw killer. I'm just,
The only thing that really, I wouldn't say pissed me off, but like I don't get, and I went on for a little longer, was why these films now are starting to do, oh, here's the first 15 minutes of the movie, or here's the first 7 minutes of the movie. They did it with the Mortal Kombat, now they did it with this. And it's just kind of like, why do you want to ruin yourself? Why are you trying to get, like, it makes me think that your movie's going to be bad outright, because you have to get people hooked, so you have to show the first trap in the first 10 minutes of the movie, so that gets people into it. And it's like, why? Why would you do that? It makes no sense. Like, but other than that, I mean, I think you're right. I like the traps. I think that the first trap that happens, I don't think that should have been the first trap. I think that should have been later on, because I feel like as the movie went on, the trappers got a little tame compared. Like, the first one I think was the most extreme out of all of them. And then the second one kind of was the second extreme. And then the third one was like, okay. And the fourth one was just like, huh? Like, okay, I get it. It's cool. It's ingenious. Like, I like the trap that's there. But I'm like, this isn't that bad. You know? But, of course, I'm not in the situation. And then I liked what they did with the fifth trap. You know? Like, the way that it was done and stuff, and how it concluded, I thought that was pretty good, and what the message they're, trying to say with it. Overall, I think it's fine. I think it's a fine film. I just was not into Chris Rock's acting if I were to take it seriously. I didn't take it seriously, so I laughed my ass off, and I enjoyed myself very much.
I didn't mind his acting. I mean, there was a couple of parts, but for the most part, I thought he did fine. I thought who was a little flat was the chief.
Yeah, she was flat.
There
were a couple of those other people that were flat that were in there, like the one dude that had the scar on his face. Like, he's shady already just from the way that he's acting.
Yeah.
And then Kat and I are on the way home. We were going back with each other. You're just too close to this, Kat. You're just too close.
Yeah.
That line, that way it was delivered, was so goddamn funny.
And then some of it you could see was
you could see a lot of it coming.
Yeah. But it also makes you wonder. It's hard to say that without a spoiler.
Yeah.
So I'll save it.
Yeah, it's I think it's fine. Like, I gave it a 3 out of 5.
We didn't pick a song, by the way.
Oh,
I was going to say we should do the song at the end of the movie.
No, because you want to take it number 2 with a rifle. God, that was the worst part of the movie. I didn't even mention that in my fucking thing.
She pissed in the bed. Take it number 2 with the rifle.
Pussy. That literally is how the song went. It's so dumb.
Oh my God! How did they let that be the end of the movie?
I'm gonna have to give that to Dave. Like, did you enjoy the final song?
Yeah.
God, that was terrible. Riding high in this spiral.
The beat was good though.
Sure.
And then what was up with using the Tiffany boxes?
I don't know. I was like looking at all the little things, and the fact that there were some scenes where they would like get the box, or he opened the car door without gloves. And then in the next scene, he has gloves to open up the box that was found inside. And I'm like, why wouldn't you use gloves to open the door of the car? Like, it's a crime scene.
Yeah.
Use gloves. It's in the trailer, so I'm not ruining anything.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, like I said, overall, 3 out of 5. It's enjoyable.
I'm going to save mine for the...
for your review?
Review.
Mine's already been recorded. It just needs to go up, and I need to edit things into it. So I'll probably spend some time tomorrow morning doing that. But yeah, I was thinking about ending with some Offspring today.
Okay.
But yeah.
Are they going to be taking a deuce with the rifle?
They are not going to be taking a deuce with the rifle. So Patrick, now that we are officially ending the show, where can people find the podcast if they need to find the podcast?
On Twitter at Twitter at IBLT Podcast. You can email us at ibltpodcast@gmail.com. So waiting for a topic
Instagram?
or something for a free item. Instagram, IBLT Podcast.
YouTube.
It Be Like That Podcast.
We have a Twitch.
Yeah. What is it? 'Cause that's new. Twitch.tv/IBLT Podcast. And you can find us on applications or Twitter. What's the word I'm looking for here? Podcast apps like Stitcher,
Apple Podcast,
Spreaker,
Blueberry,
Facebook,
Google Play, Deezer,
and
Saw,
Spotify.
Javon,
Yeah. Jahava.
Jahava Savan.
But yeah, Spotify, iHeartMedia, or radio.
Wherever you can find a podcast.
But definitely go to the Slightly Irregular Podcast at sipnet.us where you can find us and plenty of other podcasts like the let's just, you know what, I'm not even gonna go through all of them. You can find stuff with paranormal movie reviews, top fave 5 lists, Cold War things, motivation.
I think he's more UFO things now.
UFO stuff.
Tons of crap.
Slightly Irregular Podcast, sip.us. Go check that out.
Cryptozoology. I can never say that right.
Yep.
Yeah. David Childress here. Twitter, Pat. What do you got?
Big Solo64.
You got a YouTube channel?
Solus64.
A Twitch?
Solus_64.
A blog?
Patrick's Thoughts 64.blogspot.com.
And you got a couple other podcasts.
Yes, I have Chafing the Dream Podcast at Chafing the Dream Pod. Weight Loss Journey Podcast I do with my boy Kyle from the Back in Time Podcast. I have the Let Me Show You Something Podcast where I do that with my wife. And we talk about movies and show each other movies. What, because I said do it with my wife?
No, it's just the way, do it with my wife. You emphasize wife so much. Like, you were so angry. That's why I was laughing.
Well,
I was trying to keep...
You're married, you should understand. But anyways, we show each other movies that we've never seen, or we pick a movie that neither of us has ever seen. We've already done The Karate Kid and Karate Kid 2, and then our next movie is The Karate Kid 3. We did that trilogy real quick, and then we're going to break off to other things.
That's with, what's her name, right? Hilary Swank?
No, that's the next Karate Kid. That was the fourth one.
Oh, that's the fourth one. You're guys going to go to the fourth one?
Maybe eventually, but we're not going to go in a row. We're just going to do the first 3 Karate Kids.
All right.
So the next one would be Paranormal Pativity Podcast. All things paranormal, supernatural, alien, and all that good stuff. So go check that out. You can follow me on Twitter at ParanormalPat64.
Oh,
Brian, you have a Twitter.
Yep. Toolbert. With O's instead of or zeros instead of O's.
That bastard. You have a YouTube.
Toolbert with O's instead of zeros. Where you can. That's all music related stuff. That's on that channel.
Yep. You have a Twitch. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, we did my Twitch. Never mind.
Yep. Twitch.tv/Terrible Podcast, where you can find me streaming. Usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays now seem to be my regular schedule with you guys. And then just once in a while, whatever I'm playing. I've been playing a lot of Persona 5 Strikers, so I'll probably be doing that either later tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to move stuff in here or not.
You should. Do it right.
Do it right.
Do it right. Do it right. Do it tight. Right. Oh, you have another podcast.
Yeah, the Terrible Terror Podcast, where I look at terrible horror movies or just horror movies or movies in general, just kind of all over the place right now. And so next, it's listener episodes. And so many movies, so little time. There was a couple that lost by only a percentage point.
Son of a bitch!
There's others that went into a tie, and I got lucky, like Friday the 13th and The Happening. Almost had to watch The Happening. But like I said, it's not movies that I won't do. I may do them later. It's just right now for these requests, I'm just leaving them as listener ones. So whatever one. I like that Pick Wheel app. That thing works really well. That I was using. Picker Wheel. Pickerwheel.com. You can put all the stuff into a wheel, and it'll spin it for you, and it even does confetti on your screen once you pick it. And then I actually got a message from Jimmy last week regarding the band. But I haven't called him back because I just didn't feel like it. Because it seemed like he was talking about the same crap. I talked to Bill, and, he can't really drum for us. I'm like, yeah, well, he lives in fucking Utah, for one, and he's trying to become a cop, and, yeah, he broke his leg. So, I get it. So call me back. And I'm like, I need to call him back, but I'm just not into it right now. So next episode on Terrible Terror Podcast is going to be The Devil's Doorway. Follow at T_T_podcast out there on Twitter. And that is it for the episode. So is there anything else that you want to say to the people that are out there on the stream before we cut off from good old Twitch?
Yeah, give us a follow, a like, a share, 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you do your podcasts. Give us a good review or give us a shitty review. I mean, I'd rather have a good one, but a review is a review. Yep. So go on and do that.
Find something you like, go there and clip it out there. But we do the direct upload from this onto YouTube once we're done. So you get the exact show. Nothing else is really, moved onto it. Or edited, I should say. But thank you guys so much for watching that are out there if you do, or listening to the podcast. And so, bye from Twitch.